Hey, Jim Pamplin here with Street Talk with DREIA and my mascot Sugar. We're on our way to look for Cinco de Mayo treats and visit Jacari Lewis and the house he's building. Hey, Jacari.
Hey, how you
How you?
doing?
Good, good, good. I was noticing you have the windows shut. Is the AC going?
No, so there's no AC. We still don't have an electric box. We don't have any FP&L hookup just yet. Hopefully that's coming this week, Friday.
All right, good, good, good. So, um, you're just doing maintenance today, right?
Right, so today we're doing a little bit of interior design, sort of baseboards, trim for the doors. We're cleaning the yard. We have an inspection tomorrow for the 30-day temp for electrical.
Good.
So I'm sweeping up and cleaning up so that the place looks presentable for the inspector.
All right, man. Jacari, we wish you a lot of luck. We'll be talking to you again later on Zoom, and thanks a lot. Jacari, it's been a while since Vijay and I were at the house, and when we were there, it was just framing and the foundation, and you were ready to install the trusses. So at this point, Jacari, where do you think you stand in terms of an eventual CO and when you're going to get to market?
So at this point, today's date is May 6th, May 5th. Um, I expect to have a CO hopefully by June 1st, maybe.
Okay. All right, that's pretty aggressive, but if they keep coming and inspecting,
Yeah,
well, why not, right?
maybe worst case, middle June.
Okay. How does that compare to what you expected when you began?
Oh man, that's like totally off.
Okay.
So I first began, I was expecting, I got the permit January, beginning of January, and I thought, man, I'll have my CO by May 1st.
I see. I see. Well, we'll get to that in a minute, but we all have been there. Let me tell you about it, that's for sure. And I should also say, actually, Vijay and I met you through our mutual friends, Jeremy and Joshua Mathis. You know those guys, right?
Yeah, I know them pretty good. I actually played high school football with both of them. Joshua was my quarterback, and Jeremy was my cornerback. And we developed a good relationship. We hung out outside of football, outside of school, a few times. And those guys are two great guys, and they're very helpful. Obviously, they link you and I together, so they're about their business, and I respect them.
Right, right. Well, that's right. You got a call. You called up Viju, I think,
Yeah.
took up some funding. But so, you know, from let's talk about this. From the time that you got your permit, how long did it take you to break ground?
From the time I got my permit,
Yeah.
um, maybe 2 days.
Oh,
The next
so
day.
you were ready, man.
I didn't really waste time. We got the permit. I remember the date exactly. It was January the 14th. I
Yeah,
made broke ground 2 days later, January the 16th.
yeah.
I
Well,
didn't,
we all commiserate over permitting delays and things like that. But any delays that you can specifically attribute to the coronavirus?
specifically the wait for the water service. Um, I
Really?
put I paid for the water tap on January the 23rd, 2020.
Yeah.
It's now We're now within the first week of May, and I still don't have the water, main, the water meter,
Okay.
and it's definitely 100% attributable to the coronavirus. It's frustrating. I understand it, but hopefully we can get it between this week or next week.
Were there any material delays? Anything that wasn't delivered quite on time that you thought?
Uh, Materials like building materials.
Yeah, building materials, AC, whatever.
Not so much materials, just maybe the biggest issue has been like laborers and getting the water to the property.
Okay. Have laborers been afraid to come to work or delaying coming to work?
Yeah, yeah. Guys are like, afraid or skeptical, as they should, because health is important.
Right, right.
I've definitely experienced some subs that were hesitant to come out or kind of said, hey, give me a week or so, let me think about it.
Well, when we were there yesterday at the property, You said you were going to have an inspection today. Is that still on?
So actually, we couldn't get the inspection today because the sub didn't update his workers' comp.
I see. All those little details matter, don't they, Jacari?
Yeah, I'm being fully transparent here. So my sub, he didn't update his workers' comp. It had expired literally 3 days ago.
Right.
And that's the reason why we couldn't get there, especially.
Well, as with any project, it's a management thing, and that's your primary role. You're not swinging hammers. It's a management thing, and so, that's just the punches we all roll with. I think that's the truth.
Yeah.
So now look, I know you're a very positive guy, and I said we met in February before we really got into the whole social distancing and things like that. But how do you feel now? Are you optimistic about getting finished and getting on the market and the price that you'll get?
I'm optimistic for sure about getting on the market. I believe the price point that I was hoping for maybe impacted a little bit.
I see.
I was hoping for maybe, upper twos, early threes. Now, I'll probably be 10, 15,000 off of that, 20,000 tops. So, it comes with the territory. I'd rather it happen to me now than later.
Well, I think that, we're going to see, as far as from what we're seeing, retail is still closing. So we're going to wish you good luck. Hey, Jacari, how about when we get done, would you do a walkthrough for us so that we could see the finished product?
Of course. No problem. You got it.
Okay, Jacari, thank you for joining us today. And thanks everyone for joining us today at DREIA's Street Talk.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
All right, we're all matched up and inside with Jacari Lewis. Closing is next week, and he's allowed us a little walkthrough here. Jacari, take it over.
So we're standing in the beautiful kitchen. We have some nice quartz countertops. We have stainless steel appliances. It was some headaches with the cabinets. That was my biggest headache.
Really?
Because this is what you would call a spec home. So it means it's been replicated multiple times. And I made a mistake of just sort of copying someone else's kitchen layout dimensions and ended up ordering the wrong size cabinets.
Wow.
So I ended up paying for cabinets twice, and I'm waiting to get refunded on the kitchen cabinets, the original ones I purchased. So that was one of the biggest headaches I had with this kitchen, but it turned out well. If you step this way, we have the one-car garage, washer and dryer. The washer is on the way. We're standing now in the dining room area. Nice spacious dining room and also living room where you can host family and friends,
So how many living square feet do we have?
Living square feet is about 1,450, 1,735 with the garage.
Cool. Let's see the bedrooms.
Let's walk. This is the master bedroom. We'll go here first. Nice size master bedroom, beautiful walk-in closet. And you have a nice size master bathroom.
All right, so
Yeah.
we see your design ability here. That's good. Cool.
Nice.
Nice, very nice.
This is the second bedroom.
Oh, nice fence.
Yeah, nice vents,
Yeah.
nice lighting, natural lighting. This is the third bedroom. Nice closet. Let's cut the light on. Nice big windows. Nice closet. So a lot of space here. Not the biggest house, but it's also not small.
Okay.
And just check out this last bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Nice oversized mirror.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much a quick walkthrough of our newest construction project.
All right, on to the next, man.
Hey, Jacari, how are you doing?
How you doing? I'm doing good. Happy to be alive.
Yeah, I know it's tough times, right?
Yeah.
Still have to keep
Yeah.
going. Congrats
Great.
again, man. Congrats again on a big win there.
Yeah, man. I thought it was never gonna end, but finally came to the finish line and passed it.
Right, congrats. So, Jacari, I mean, this is kind of, I mean, I know you did a walkthrough with Jim right before you close, but I just wanted to chit chat with you and tell me about your experience. But to start this off, tell me a little bit about yourself, your background, and stuff.
So, just a quick background about me. I'm born and raised here in Miami, Florida. Grew up in Liberty City area as well as Carol City area, now known as Miami Gardens.
Oh my God.
I have a ton of siblings, at least I want to say about 12 siblings, so spread out. But I went to college. First of all, I went to Carol City Senior High School, and then I went to Florida A&M University where I studied accounting. Got an undergrad degree in accounting, and then went on to work in corporate America as a financial analyst, senior analyst, and all of that good stuff. And then decided that I kind of wanted to work for myself. I always knew, or at least had an idea that real estate would be my way out. And I got my CPA certificate while bouncing around, living in from state to state, and I landed ultimately back home in Miami, and was introduced to new construction by a friend of the family. Actually, not even a friend. He's like my stepdad in a sense. He's like, hey, if you got some money, you can get into building houses. And I'm like, huh? I thought building houses cost like $1 million. I was totally like clueless, oblivious. I didn't know anything about real estate. Well, not real estate, but construction, new construction. But that's kind of like my background and also how I got introduced to new construction.
So then you just jumped into your first project, which was a new construction, right?
Yes, I just jumped into it. That's kind of how my mindset is with life, like with anything. I'm a first generation um, kid, first generation college, first generation a lot of things. So when you are first generation, that's typically what the mindset is. You just do it. You just go. You don't think much. And that's sort of, I still have that mindset. I still have that attitude. And that's what I did on this one. Clearly, I didn't have any experience. By the grace, by the grace of God, you guys, you and Jim took a chance on a kid who really didn't have any experience, but everything worked out.
Right, everything worked out. So tell me, how did you go from there and you found a lot to buy and you decided to buy? I mean, was it that you were looking for lots a lot? I mean, did you look at
Yeah.
a lot? What?
So I would ride around the Fort Lauderdale area and Miami-Dade. I was riding through Miami-Dade and Broward County areas for about 3 to 4 months before I purchased my first lot. I was just riding around looking, and then my stepdad works with a guy who builds tons of houses every year, and he would take me to that guy's homes, the finished products, or he'll take me to different phases of those houses. One house may be in the very beginning, one house may be in the middle, one house may be finished. So he would take me to it and see it. And then I began to develop a hunger and an appetite and a visual for what I would be doing. And I found an opportunity to get a lot. I was calling realtors every day. Hey, do you have any contracts on this? Do you have any? Is there any room in the sale price? Da, 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 just negotiating until I
Right,
finally my first one, and after that, the rest was history.
Right. So that you got a lot. So in between that, you got your GC license also, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Talk a
Want me to
little
talk
bit
about it
about that.
a little bit?
Yeah.
So, I had knew about a GC license, but wasn't really 100% sold on getting it. But I don't know. A realtor of mine, I saw her at a family gathering. She was like, "Hey, Kevin?" I'm like, "No, I don't know Kevin." She's like, "I want to introduce you to Kevin. Y'all about the same age, and he's about to be sitting for his GC." So me and Kevin, we had lunch and we discussed that. Hey, man, we both don't know anything about new construction. We're just gonna go and sit for the GC together. We can at least study together and fight the good fight together. So that gave me a little more confidence and a little more encouragement to actually sign up and enroll. And we enrolled in GC school, and I tell you, man, it was one of the best decisions I ever made because it wasn't that bad. Like I want to say I knocked it out in like 3 months or less, all three tests, and passed each of them on the first try. And yeah, I got licensed. It's actually harder to get licensed than it is to pass the test. It
Right,
takes long. It takes longer to get the actual certificate number than it takes to pass the exam.
right. You have to
Yeah,
go through all the paperwork, background
yeah.
check, all that
Paperwork
stuff.
kills every process,
Right,
even the home building process. A house could really be built in, I don't know, a month or two if it was no paperwork involved.
I know. Just the planning process of getting the permit, just architectural and
Yes,
so yeah. So moving fast forwarding to your lot. So you got the lot, and then what?
I got the lot, and then I realized that I don't have a team of my own. Most established builders have their go-to guys, they have their managers, their foremans, they have their subs laid out, they have everything sort of already tried and tested. Given that this was my first one, my background is accounting, corporate America, financial analyst, sort of in a situation. So nothing about me was blue collar or, boots on the ground, if you will, in the sun working. I've always been dress shoes and slacks. I always had a blue collar like attitude, never
Right,
was too quick to do anything, but I never did that for a living. So when I was thrust into new construction, I didn't have a team at all. I relied heavily on my stepdad for a lot of his contacts. So it was days where the lot would be sitting idle when I'm waiting on a guy to finish another guy's job before he could come to my job, or he gets off at 5 o'clock and then try to beat the sun. I'm sorry, beat the darkness, so he can come and help me out a little bit. So it was kind of rough early on before we got the foundation done, and then once the foundation was in place, it was more easier to get the different subs and workers in
right,
because those guys are not necessarily devoted to any one person.
right.
Yeah.
So timeline. What was your timeline? I mean, your first project. I know there were a
Whew.
lot of hiccups. I mean, the end part was kind of rough, but what was
Yeah.
it?
I was in for a rude awakening, I tell you. I was coming into it thinking that, oh man, I'm gonna spend on the cheapest I'll spend is 60. And I'm talking just building and material costs.
Right,
The most I'll spend is 80. That's what I'm thinking. Naive.
right.
But that was not the case. I ended up spending way more than I wanted to, expected to. So I say all in probably about two, what it was, 55 for the lot. Let me just break it down like this. It was 55 for the lot, right?
Mhm.
The build was around 120. Then you add in closing costs and points and builder's risk insurance and all of that. You round out to about 130. 133, early 130s.
Right.
And then you have your soft costs, your administrative costs, right? That's probably another 20, 25. Yeah.
In the 200, 210, somewhere there.
200, 210 in there. And then we ended up, letting it go for 290.
Okay, so for the first project, you made money. I mean, you made
Yeah.
good money. You made good
Yeah.
money, and your sale time was pretty quick because you put it on the market. I think you got a contract within what, a month?
Yeah, within a month. We had
Yeah.
a, we had offers and contracts within actually 2 weeks, but it was a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then the corona
Right.
virus caused me to not be able to get the CO as fast as I wanted to, and that just delayed the closing.
So how much was your list price?
Originally, before the corona became a global pandemic, I listed it
No,
for
no, no.
290.
When you listed for sale, how much was the price?
At first I listed it for 295
290. Okay.
before the corona, and then I took it down because my mentor was like, "Hey, you don't want to really list the house with just construction pictures. People can't
Right.
sometimes conceptualize or visualize the end product, so you actually may hurt yourself by posting construction images. Just wait." So I took it down. That price was listed at 294,500, so 295. And then when I put it back up, this is now after the corona was an outbreak.
This
We
was in
listed.
April. Was it in April?
This is
Or
April. April. I listed it once again in April, and I listed it at 289,900. So roughly 290.
so you get
And
you got your asking price,
I got full list price. Yes.
full list price. All right.
Yeah.
Cash. And it was a cash deal, no appraisal, no.
No
Right.
appraisal. Yeah, none of that. And that was such a blessing for it to be my first experience. That was like, well, finally I caught a break. And then, what was so more gracious about it was that the buyer was willing to stick it out and wait.
Right.
Because of the delay with the CO, the buyer, stood patiently and stuck it out to the end with me. So that's even
And they
more.
got a new good product. The product was brand new,
Hmm.
well built, 3-2. How many square foot house? How many square foot
It
was
was
it?
1735,
1735 with a one car garage or
one car garage.
one car garage. Yeah, exactly. I mean, what can you go wrong with a
Yeah.
1700 square foot with one car garage, brand new, for below 300? I mean,
Yeah.
home run, you know,
It's a home run for
and
them too. Yeah.
for home run for them too, and you made money. So that's,
And I made money too.
yeah,
And
and
I feel like I overspent. I feel like just not knowing, being
right.
green, being impatient at times,
No, you
caused me to
still made
spend.
money.
I still make money. So I look forward to the next one. I believe that I can be more efficient cost wise, and that'll be the goal.
So what? Yeah, that was my last question. What is your what are you looking forward to? What is your goals?
My goal for the next home will be to spend around 110 to 115, building and material cost.
Okay.
That's what I want to. 110 to 115,000. That's what I want to spend. No more than that. And it's an aggressive target, but I'll see if I can make it happen.
You already have something in mind. You have a lot.
Yes. So I've already purchased a lot. It's located in Dania Beach. I bought it last year. Um, it's a slightly bigger lot. So you'll have more yard, more backyard. Um, We already have the plans from the architect. Right now, we're getting about in a week or so. I'll be submitting for plan review, and in hopes to have a permit within the next 30 days, 30 to 45 days, and probably begin construction, shortly thereafter.
Dealing with a totally different county. I mean, totally different city. So it's
Yeah, totally
all
different city.
different.
It'll
all
be
the
all
friends.
different. It'll be a new roller coaster once again.
Exactly. But Jacari, congrats, man. I mean, you did it on your first deal. You made money. You got the experience. I mean, really proud of. And you know, we had inspectors going there every time when you do a certain part of the job, and you know, they always tell me this is the best work site they ever seen. Clean, everything is packed neatly. It's always, you know, every time we go there, it's where your work sites are like really, and that says a lot.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I just believe in being organized and having like some sort of order. You
Right.
know, I don't know. I just believe in doing things the right way.
And I think
Whatever
you had
whatever that means.
right, and I think you had a very good relationship with the neighbors, and it just
Yes,
worked out
I did.
well.
I did. It's a good neighborhood. It was a win-win for both sides, three
Right.
sides. You, me, and the new homeowner.
New owners. Yep. Exactly. I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to doing more with you. All right.
I am too. I am too. I hope you guys were pleased with how I handle business,
Oh,
and
definitely.
looking
Yes.
forward to working with you guys in the future.
Oh, for sure. All right. Thanks a lot, Jacari.
All right. Thank you, Visual.
Congrats.
Be safe. Travel.
Be safe. All right.
All right.